Biological warfare is the deliberate use of bacteria, viruses and toxins to kill or maim.
I did a lot of very bad things.
You lied to the inspectors?
Yes. London was a first target.
The targets were supposed to be the black population.
This is a time bomb waiting to go off.
No longer if, but when. In a special two-part series, first-hand accounts expose the chilling reality of biological weapons. Plague Wars, Monday at 10 and Tuesday at 10:20 on BBC1.
A look at the weather now on BBC1 with Michael Fish.
Good evening. Still no sign of summer. It was wet today. It's going to be wet again tomorrow and probably very windy to go with it, especially in the south. That was a little area of low pressure that produced today's rain, and we're now waiting for that one to come in from the west. Those winds are going to be picking up later on in the night, the area of low pressure moving across the north. Then the winds swing around to a cooler west to northwesterly direction. And of course, with those winds, we can expect some rough seas as well. Now, we had a lot of rain working its way across the south of the country, quite heavy bursts in places. That's eased off now, but already we're beginning to see the next area of rain just pushing in towards Northern Ireland. So we lose the remnants of that, and then this area of low pressure comes along during the night. Perhaps the rain in the southernmost counties rather light and patchy, but some really heavy stuff setting in across the north. A warmish night in the south, a cooler one in the north of Scotland, where, if anything, the cloud will be fairly well broken, although there'll still be one or two showers around. And that's where the brightest weather is going to be tomorrow, just one or two showers. Everywhere else starting off dull and wet, and in places very windy as well. In fact, a pretty wet day to come in many places, although over Northern Ireland, Wales and much of southern England, the rain will be replaced in the afternoon by brighter weather, and perhaps that brighter weather just allowing the temperatures to pop up to 19 degrees, but generally cool elsewhere.
Now on BBC1, just before A Fish Called Wanda, here's an update on tonight's National Lottery draw and TV home play draw. The winning numbers are confirmed as 3, 14, 23, 30, 39, 43, and the bonus number is 32. Early indications show there are 12 jackpot winners, each winning just over £1.6 million. The National Lottery TV home play numbers are confirmed as 30, 20, 36 and 73.
Can you think of a bigger sporting event than the World Cup final?
Here's a Ronaldo!
No, neither can I. You need to be in the right company for it.
The BBC brings you live coverage as the holders Brazil try to beat off the challenge of their French hosts in the intense atmosphere of the Stade de France. Join Des Lynam and the rest of the BBC commentary team for the 1998 World Cup final. Tomorrow at 7 on BBC1 and Radio 5 Live.
The world's most frightening monsters. Well, almost. Lee and Herring sort them out now as part of BBC 2's Monster Night, which includes the film King Kong at 10:30. An all-star lineup, including John Cleese, Michael Palin and Jamie Lee Curtis here on BBC One, starts with a diamond heist going wonky and ends with A Fish Called Wanda.
See that? What? That is the future.
What? A load of noughts and ones?
Exactly. That's digital. The future of broadcasting.
So what's so wonderful about that, then?
Well, up until now, all we've had are these.
Wavy things?
Analog waves, to be precise.
Ah, why the three cliffs?
That's caused by interference you sometimes get when the wavy things...
Analog waves.
Thank you. Bounce off, say, the nearest tall building or anything.
Ah.
Whereas with digital, the interference doesn't affect the picture at all.
Ah, so how do we become digital, then?
Well, soon anyone can become digital if they want to, even you.
Ah, now there's a perfect image.
And because digital channels don't take up as much room, you'll be able to receive many more channels.
Well, you can't have too much quality TV, can you?
Well, if you'd like more information, call the BBC on 0990 11 8833.
Thank you.
To the punters, it's a shopping centre. To the Lakesiders, it's the centre of life.
You've got someone who's causing just a little bit of conflict.
Tony's grumpometer begins to climb to very, very grumpy.
Wheeling and dealing.
You pitch, but you ain't gonna get the contract.
duck in and dive in.
But he's innocent.
Retail therapy.
I keep getting this almost overwhelming feeling of loss.
With the Lakesiders, Monday at 8:30 on BBC1.
The latest rundown from the charts with Zoe Ball at 1:10 on BBC1 with Top of the Pops. First up on BBC1, Double Lives are more double entendre than you can shake a stick at. Carry on, Dick.
Sometimes little white lies count.
You didn't know.
I hate lies and liars.
It's an accident, an appalling accident.
You must have really hated me. What were you crying for? It should be me crying.
She's ill.
Oh.
All you care about's the money. Since his death, David has become a total stranger.
Little White Lies.
I will find out.
Next Saturday at 9, concluding Sunday on BBC1.
How'd it do?
How'd it work?
When East meets Wild West.
For your information, gentlemen, there's a law against camping in Central Park.
New Yorkers, beware.
This is the Cowboy Way.
Not my personal best time, but it'll do.
Nothing could surprise me now.
Starring Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland.
They stole our horses.
The Cowboy Way, a network premiere. Thursday at 9:35 on BBC1.
This is BBC1, the new and the best on Top of the Pops now with Zoe Ball.